holiday.
Herb Hayes Furniture and Mattress in Hopkinsville has been serving our community and surrounding area since 1961. It is our mission to provide everyone the best possible value, best service, and great selection. So come in today and see us at Herb Hayes Furniture and Mattress. Let our friendly staff help you pick something new for your home today. It's worth the drive to 2519 Fort Campbell Boulevard, Hopkinsville, and online at hayesfurniture.com. Free delivery for our military.
1580 103.3 WPKY. Good morning. We are joined by Shane Bogle from the Extension office this morning. Good morning, Shane.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm good. We was almost late this morning.
Well, that's all right. Hey, you know what? You got here and we're good. So what have you got for us this morning?
See, we've got a lot going on, and just going to mainly do upcoming meetings this morning as we're kind of getting settled and getting to know each other about doing special programs. We do try to talk about horticulture things that's going on, what folks may be seeing in their yards at a certain time of year, or pests that might be coming in the house this time of year and things on shows. Today, I've got so many things coming up I want to spend some time on programs. This Thursday night, the 8th, at the Extension office at 6 o'clock, the Caldwell Line Cattlemen's Association will be meeting for their fall meeting, actually their second fall meeting of the year. And we've got several things that we're going to be discussing that night. So we want our beef producers and folks especially interested in the CAPE program to come. We'll be releasing our Phase 1 tobacco settlement money very soon for the county, and we're going to do a special show on that at some point, probably next round. When folks talk about money, they like to listen. So that cost share money is available now. We're just ready to get our date set and release, and we hope to have that to tell folks at the cattlemen's meeting there on the 8th. Our last Master Horse Owner course will be Monday night, the 12th, at Marion at the EdTech Center. And we've had 4 of those sessions on different aspects of horses. All things horses. It's been fun. We had one Monday night at Grand Rivers, had a good crowd talking about nutrition for horses, keeping them healthy, coming into the winter. And this last session is going to be on pastures. The most calls that I get, what do? I've got 15 horses on 1 acre of pasture. It happens a lot, believe me, and there's just not a good situation. And we do have to treat our pasture the same way we do with cattle. If we're overgrazing it, we're not getting the benefit. Horses are not getting the benefit. And that's usually the last thing a horse owner thinks about is where those horses are out running and grazing. So on the 12th, we have 2 specialists coming from Lexington. A good friend of mine, Krista Lay, is an equine forage specialist, and she spends a lot of time on horse farms from Lexington plumb down to western Kentucky, helping producers and horse owners manage their pastures. And then, of course, our extension specialist, Dr. Coleman, will be doing part of that night also, and that will be again at the EdTech Center in Marion on Monday the 12th, and that will be our last of that 4-class series. And we did mention just a little bit about that CAPE program. That is important. We'll be doing a news article for the paper, and my newsletter and things will be going out on that because my phone's been ringing a lot this week of where are we gonna have that information. And our executive board of the cattlemen's will be setting down Thursday to get those dates set, and we're hoping that night again we can have those dates out there and ready. As far as crop conditions, I did get a couple of calls this morning on some things related to the amount of rain that we've had. We've had a lot of rain. We're just over 8 inches in the last 2 rain events, and that's a lot of rain for this time of year. Harvest is not 100% complete. We do have some bottom ground that's flooded. When these guys are back on the roads, I try to do this every radio program I'm on. When the weather does break, we're going to have a lot of equipment back on the roads because now farmers are officially behind getting that out. And it breaks my heart every Facebook post on this accident happened related to farm equipment being on the highway. So just caution people that we are in an ag community. If you're behind them, just set back. They'll be off the road because they don't want to be on that road. Believe me, they want to be on that road less than y'all want them on that road. So do caution that as the weather, when we do break and we start getting warmer again, they will be back on the roads. And we're going to talk a lot more about the CAPE program next radio show. So
That's all you got?
That's pretty much all I've got today, and those meetings was the most important for me to get out. And I will mention one more thing, since you reminded me, for December. We do have, for our horse owners, extension group out of Lexington. The equine industry is one place that education programs are available, but not often as much utilized for horse owners. You know, a cattle producer, you know, that's an income. They manage it as an income, but for most horse owners, it's kind of an afterthought. Yeah, I've got some horses. We go to Wranglers a few times a year, you know, and they're not managed in a financial way. And so some people kind of think as an afterthought of coming to an extension meeting on horses. They are wanting to upgrade our equine programs of what we can offer in extension. You know, we offer a lot of classes, a lot of educational opportunities, a lot of research is done. There's a horse research farm in Lexington. Imagine that.
Utilize that.
Imagine horses in Kentucky getting some attention. But Dr. Bob Coleman, our research and extension specialist there at Lexington, is a great guy, having interactions with people on the farms and with our horse owners, and offering opportunities that they're interested in. You know, sometimes it's a snapshot for horse owners that, you know, this would be great. I see this, but the horse owners may not necessarily see that as an interest to them. So there's going to be a summit, and getting all of the horse industry in Kentucky together at 2 locations, close to Lexington, and then Owensboro will be a location for the western half of the state on December the 19th. I'll actually be there speaking that day on some programs that I've done in the past, and we're kind of morph what programs have been offered in the past into what is needed now. You know, if we are offering a program and we have 5 or 6 people show up, why ain't it 50? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of horses in Caldwell County and Trigg County. Why are they not utilizing those opportunities there? And we will have specialists, veterinarians. It's going to be a good day. Since we're asking for each district office or a county extension office to bring an agent and a horse owner, influential horse owner in their county to kind of help direct us a little bit. And we'll be looking for one of those here in Caldwell to go with me that day, lunch provided, and a lot of networking with, there will be folks from the Lexington area in the equine industry. You know, that is still number 2 income in the state of Kentucky's equine.
I did not know that.
We're right behind poultry.
I did not know that.
From the horse industry, the thoroughbred industry is where the bulk of the money is. But when you come west here, you talk about Western pleasure and rodeo type. So it's a different set of clientele, but they're all after the same thing. And the management's the same for a thoroughbred as it is for a quarter horse in a pasture. They need high quality pasture and forages. So that's what the meeting on the 19th. If anybody's interested in that as a horse owner that would love to go to that, it's free. I'll be providing the transportation. You get lunch out of that deal, and go and kind of help direct what Extension is going to do in the future toward equine programming in the state.
Okay, that sounds interesting. I would definitely like to go to that, but unfortunately I work on Mondays, so
well, that's actually a Wednesday.
The 19th,
the 19th
of this month?
of December.
Oh, December, okay.
Yeah, the 19th of December is a Wednesday.
I still work on Wednesdays, so, you know. Actually, I work 2 jobs on Wednesday, so, yeah. That won't be possible for me. But, yeah, I think you're right. A lot of people, they you know, and I was guilty, you know. I did a little research, but probably not enough now. So I ended up having to clear some trees out to make some pasture, you know.
And pasture is always the last thought of a person, because the first thought is, oh, my kid, this horse is beautiful, I'm going to get this for my kid, and okay, well, I think we can put it over here.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing about the research that's being done at the Lexington level is a lot toward homeowners, or the backyard horse owners, what I like to call it, because you know, we don't have the thoroughbred industry here, and some of our farms are commercial, but for the most part it's just the backyard horse owner with 3 horses to ride on the weekend. So
yep, that's me. I just do the Wrangler thing. Well, and I ride the roads at my house too, but you know, that's me. I don't do the rodeo and all that. But one thing, I do have one question for you. You talked about the equipment being on the road, and so my issue is not, you know, having to wait behind them driving slow. My concern when I meet equipment is I mean, if I'm in my little Prius, it's not as much of an issue. But if I'm hauling my horse trailer, where am I supposed to go?
Well,
where am I supposed to go to get off the road when these big things are taking up both
there's
sides of
supposed
the
to
road?
be a lead time. We have certain widths that if that equipment is that wide, they should have a lead vehicle that is warning people with
And that's
the
fine,
flags.
but still, where am I supposed to go?
Yeah, the problem in rural communities like this a lot of times is pull-offs and mailboxes.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
somebody stops just in the road, it's easier for a car to pull in. But if you're with another trailer, it's a problem. I've been
Yeah.
in combines and
Yeah.
have somebody stop right at a mailbox, and then they're looking at you, and you're
Yeah.
like, okay,
Yeah.
where do I go now? I can't get off this side, and this duel's about to run your hood over. So
Yeah.
yes, and when you're dealing with trailers, when two sets, I have been on the road and met another set of farm equipment, combines, trucks
Yeah.
coming the
Yeah.
same direction. That's
Yeah.
fun. When the roads was originally built, our equipment was a whole lot smaller.
Right,
And roads have
right.
not kept up with the size that the equipment's going. So it is not an ideal situation.
And so I just, as a person, not, representing WPKY or anything, but just as a person, I wonder legally, where are the lines? Because again, provided I cannot get over and there's a wreck, they run into me because they're just going to come on with their equipment. Who's responsible?
Well, they shouldn't come right on with equipment. This should be a complete
But where are
stop.
they going to go? Where's everybody going to go? And I'm not proficient at backing up a trailer in the middle of the road. I need a little space to do that.
Yeah, and those equipment does. A lot of the larger equipment, especially combines, a lot of time are towing some things
Sure.
ahead behind it, and they're not
Right.
backing up.
Right.
It is that lead vehicle's job to head a lot of that off at the pass, and that is what's bothered me a lot. Is I've been in those lead vehicles with lights flashing, with a flag hanging out the window,
To stop
flashing
people.
lights to say, we got oversized equipment coming, a cell phone.
Yeah. yeah.
No attention or the hand like, what are you doing, and just go on.
Yeah.
Well, then it's too late. That's
Yeah.
what that lead vehicle is
Right.
for. Is he's on a radio and he's saying, we're meeting another train, or here's a semi that's coming. Need to make preparations. And the folks that I have been in with and worked for, radios are going. It's like, we've got this coming. Find your place, get off where you can, and let that other equipment pass. It's easier for the equipment to stop than it is the other lane of traffic coming.
Right.
And for the most part, being in a rural community, I've been here all my life, people, for the most part, respect that and
Yeah.
will pull and
Yeah.
do what they can, and you get through. But occasionally, two big pieces of equipment meet in the middle.
Yeah.
It happens
Yeah.
every year, and you'll see signs that's leaning this way, and mailboxes, and it's much better to take that mailbox than it is the vehicle on the other side.
Yeah. And I have not personally had an experience, just FYI. It just makes me nervous every time, because especially the road that I travel. I'm from Mayfield. I don't know if you knew that,
Yeah.
but so the road between where I travel from Mayfield to Wranglers, there is no shoulder
Yeah.
for either of us. Now, I'm not saying that it's on them or it's on me, but in the end, I feel like it's on them because I'm not taking up both sides of the road. I'm on my side of the road.
Right. Well, we have a whole publication on transporting equipment. We have some online videos on transporting equipment. And I love for when people have told me that, just as regular, citizens, that, hey, I saw that video. That was so helpful to help know what is better for me to do. Like the guy stopping right at the mailbox. Well,
And
there's
now I
no.
do that. I do watch.
Yeah.
I don't stop at a mailbox if I stop. The times that I've done it, I've had to stop, and I'll watch to see where they're going to land, and I will make sure that they have room to get around the mailbox. But still, I expect when they get around the mailbox, they need to get over.
It's amazing what can happen in a communication when that lead vehicle with the flag communicates with that vehicle. When that vehicle is ignored, that's when the problems happen, and that's where our deficit is in people paying attention to what's coming. It's because of cell phones today and
sure.
radios and
Sure.
distractions. Distracted drivers is a bad
Right.
thing, and that
Right.
in harvest season
We
that
could
makes us
talk-
nervous when we're in equipment, because you're going to meet a distracted driver 9 times out of 10. Transporting equipment, you're going to meet a distracted driver that's not paying a bit of attention, and so it goes both ways, definitely.
Sure, absolutely. I'm sure we could talk the rest of the hour on this, but we do have some other guests. So, Shane, do you have anything else you would like to add?
No, we
to our
will
visit?
catch you next time, and thanks for having us on.
Okay, thank you very much for coming. 8:23 time here, 1580 103.3 WPKY. Stay tuned. We've got more guests coming up.
Welcome to McDonald's.
Can I get a triple breakfast stack? Since today is the big day, my time to